You
Real
already
hate.
know we. Go ahead, Shamari.
I'm sorry. I'm
Go
so
ahead. Go
sorry.
ahead. This is why I can't work with black people. If you are white and you got like a 630, 740 credit score, feel free to hop on the show because all these niggas could get replaced at this point. Everybody getting fired. Everybody don't know this. We're gonna hop straight into it. Will or Bill Russell? Who is better?
Will, this should be we talking about accolades, they'll probably go to Bill Russell. But I think Will is just a better player overall.
Go ahead, Rose. Talk your nonsense. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm just gonna take Bill.
That
It's just,
nigga mid.
Is it because of them rings?
no, it has nothing to do with rings. It goes with back to what I've read, the research that I've done about that era, um, and what I've the knowledge and the information that I've gathered. I'm just gonna take Bill
I need to know this information. Like, what? Why are you taking Bill?
because what people say of that time, Bill was, you know, like I told you in the group chat, was just sacrificing enough for his team and team chemistry for them to win. Will Will versus Will, who went out of his way not only to be assholes to the media, he was an asshole to his teammates. He was assholes to anybody pretty much around him that he didn't like. So I would, that's why I would say I would take Bill over Will. And if you talking about just like, I hear the argument, like I'm not a dumbass. Like I can hear the argument about like physical, just straight up physical, the more physical, you know, I would say the more physical gifted player. But from, like I said, the information I gathered and things of that nature, like I take just a winning culture, a player just has a winning culture, and a player that just not only elevated his team, just not I wouldn't say he elevated his team, obviously on the defensive end and just with team chemistry, but willing to sacrifice and do what's necessary to win.
He an unselfish player. I get it.
And that's what I'm saying. He was very unselfish and very vocal with his leadership, and that's why he won the way that he won.
I can't argue that. But I just think when I'm like looking at Will, yeah, there wasn't nothing Wilt Chamberlain couldn't do
Oh
besides
my
like probably
God.
cheat
Here
a
he
little.
go talking about we clear.
That's
Oh
it.
my God.
Will Chamberlain is better, bro.
Cousins, bro. Come in here, bro. Come in here. Send the
Nah, I don't
link
want to
to
What is
hear.
Cousins.
cousin?
No, I don't want to hear
Need to hear
the
Cousins because I
propaganda he got
know,
going,
like,
bro.
Will
I
Chamberlain
know
is
you
better
were
than Bill Russell, bro.
asking one of the reasons why, but I like to hear a person who know more than Bill than me because we
Now Wilt's a loser. He
Nah,
has
Oh,
two
bro.
oh my
rings.
God,
He
we not
has
doing
two
this.
rings.
No. Will is better than Bill Russell, bro. For the simple fact, y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Look. For the simple fact, won his first championship. Bob Cousy 21, Bill Sherman 21, Bill Russell 15, Jim 10, Tom 16, another nigga giving you 12. We could go into another championship year. Bill Russell's giving you 17. The next nigga's giving you 20. The next nigga is giving you 20. The next nigga's giving you 19. The next nigga's giving you 15. The next nigga on the bottom of the list is giving you 11. All right, we could go to another championship. He's giving you 18. The next giving you is 19. The next is giving you 21. The
real.
next
What
is
you
giving
name?
you the next nigga's giving you 15. The next nigga's giving you 19. Another nigga's giving you 12. Another nigga's giving you 10. All right, we could go to
Cousins
another.
asked what did
You
you
talking
hear
about his
before
teammates?
his
Real.
first ring.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
He's playing. Hold on. So now Bill Russell's playing with. He's giving you double digits. He's playing with two other 20-point scorers, another 10 point, another 11-point scorer, 16-point scorer, 12-point scorer. First championship. Second championship, he gives you 17. Two other people on his team give you 20. Another person on the team give you 19. Another person on the team give you 15. Another person on the team gives you 12.
But that
Another
matters,
champion,
cousin.
another championship. 18. Bill Russell's giving you 18. The next man is giving you 19. The next man is giving you 21. The next man is giving you 15. Another man is giving you 19. Another man is giving you 12. Another man is giving you 10. That's seven double-digit scorers. All right. Another championship. He's giving you 17. Bob Cousy's giving you 18. Tom is giving you 21. Sam Jones is giving you 15. Frank is giving you 15. Bill Sherman is giving you 16. Another championship. Bill Russell's giving you 19. Sam Jones is giving
Bill
you 8. Sam Jones is giving you 18. Tom is giving you 22. Another Tom is giving you 11. Bob Cousy is giving you 16. You playing with Frank that's giving you another 15 points. All right. Bill Russell, 17 points. Sam Jones, 18. John Havlicek, 14. You playing with another 11. You're playing with another 19 scorer, another 13-point scorer, another 11-point scorer. Bro, I already named those 5 championships. So now the 6th one, we talking about a 15-point scorer. He's playing with a 20, 19, 11, and 17 guy. All right.
Talk your shit, real.
What you mean? Cause he spin.
I'll just let
Like,
him
I
Said
don't
finish.
understand what the
ramble.
problem is.
What did you say? Like I'm gonna say, I hate to
So
say.
right, all right. So now, any form of way, when you sit there and you say that he's better, I would say that he's not better than Wilt Chamberlain. He played with way better teammates. He had a way better constructed team. A way better. So now, Rose, you're telling me this team is not constructed. Hold on. The team
Spit
is not
facts.
constructed to a nice way where 3 players can score 20, another player can score 15, another player can score 12,
That nigga
another player
spin.
can score 12. You're telling me that team is
Cooking.
not nicely constructed where you can have 3 20-plus scorers, another 15-plus scorer, another 10-plus, 2 10-plus scorers on that team?
He spin. He spin.
And that's
So
not one championship.
okay, so what about his rookie year?
What about his rookie year?
You talk about all them championships. There's championships where he didn't have great teams. Yeah, exactly. Where was
What
he?
championship he did not have a great team?
No. You went
I
on.
right.
What were the Lakers before they got Will?
You went on this
What
whole spiel. If you go and do your research,
Who are all these teams before Will
they
got
got
there?
there, before Bill Russell got there, got pretty much the same team.
Okay. They had the same team when he got there,
The
bro.
roster's pretty much the same, bro.
Nah,
What did
bro,
they do
you're not
before
gonna.
Bill Russell got there?
So can
So
I
you
ask a
trying to tell
question?
me
Oh,
Bill
go ahead,
Russell
bro.
pushed them niggas over the edge, bro?
Yeah,
Literally,
that's
his
true.
rookie year, they won the championship.
Mono rookie year, the Spurs won the championship. So what are you trying to say? Magic rookie year, Lakers won the championship.
This is the problem I have with Will, right? That Celtics team dominated in error, like literally in error. Like we not about to act like this is not one of the greatest teams ever.
11 years straight.
Like we not doing this.
Bro, this nigga's Bill Russell
But
literally played with
this is the thing.
5 to 6
I'm
plus.
not here to argue the Bill Russell and Will comparison. I'm not here to argue that.
I say what I said, bro. Wilt Chamberlain, when you
But
talk about
no. But you sitting here telling me Wilt is the greatest center of all time?
Bro, when you sit here and you remove championships, bro, I'm not even talking about Bill Russell championships. When you remove them shits, bro, you cannot tell me what he did in a season. Any center has done something better than that. You can't tell me that, bro.
That's a fact, bro.
Bro, so no. So you want to take away championships?
Because that's a team accomplishment. I'm talking about one-on-one, him, 2 other centers, not
So
team.
we playing one-on-one basketball now.
He's frying them niggas. Frying.
That's a fact.
At the end of the day, bro, Shaq career. Can we agree on
bro? You can
agree on what?
Can we agree on that?
Agree on what?
That Shaq career is greater than Will.
Yes, cause his career. Wilt didn't play with a fucking Kobe or a Dwayne Wade.
I don't know. I Why do you think Shaq would be better than Wilt? Because if we look at accolades, Wilt got
Shaq
the
is
better
no
accolades.
Shaq career is better than because for one, Shaq is a better playoff performer than Wilt. Wilt drops in the playoffs significantly, but you also have to understand. All right, you also have to understand.
Why? Listen,
Listen, I could hold on, my fault,
Oh
my
my,
Go
fault.
ahead, bro.
I
I
thought
No,
could
go ahead.
also no, my fault. I could also tell you that you gotta also understand if I just came off averaging a 50 fucking point season and I still don't got help, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna drop in the playoffs. I'm not saying that it's fucking okay, but we've seen great players drop in the playoffs all the time, bro.
it's
The
but
nigga had a
real, but real. My only thing is not like it's one playoff series. Like he has a career drop of like damn near 7 or 8 points. Like great players don't.
nigga. You don't see his carry level, bro.
But Rose, how many players besides like Jordan that play heavy minutes, maxing out every game and not missing no games, no rest?
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that
What does
mean?
that
Oh,
mean?
okay,
Is
hold on.
this
I
a
got this. Rose,
That
let me
mean
ask you a question. If you go to work every day and don't get a
then
break,
take your
and
ass
hold on,
bro.
wait, hold on. If you
Knock
go to
your
work
ass
every
out.
day,
You
wait,
act
if
like
you go to,
the gang niggas was
hold
not
on.
cutting niggas out at that point. That don't
Oh
makes no
my God,
sense, bro.
Rose. If you go to work every day and don't get a break, and I go to work and I
What?
get breaks, and
If,
we
no,
work the
no, no,
same
no, no, no.
job, who do
Stop
you
you right
think is
there.
gonna work better? Just answer the question. Who's gonna put up the
Josh,
better
if
work?
I refuse those breaks, though, what the fuck does it matter? If I
But
was late,
how many besides Jordan?
I'm
Give me five other players that did what. Give
more
me
than that.
five other players. Give me five other players that played as many minutes as Wilt and maxed out every single game and did not take off any game that still produced at a high level. I'll give you
Bro,
Jordan. So you only gotta give
for
me four more.
one, for one, that era and what they play, a lot of niggas played minutes. Bill Russell played a lot of minutes. Niggas, a lot of niggas at that time was
Bill
playing a lot
Russell
of
wasn't
minutes.
maxing out
When,
like
when,
Wilt. We're not doing
when,
that. Wilt was not maxing out. Bill wasn't
bro,
maxing out like Wilt. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
a
He was
lot of
just
those
rebounding and
players
blocking
back in
shots.
those
Come on, bro.
days, but a lot of those players back in those days were playing a lot of minutes. That's not forsaken like Wilt was doing that and nobody else was doing that. Okay, a lot of players was playing a lot of
But
minutes.
they weren't maxing out like him. They weren't putting up the stat lines he's putting up.
Again, I would also argue times was changing. People in the 80s and 90s was not playing 47, 46 minutes a game. Nobody's
Okay,
playing.
so let's stick to his era then. Let's just stick to his era then. Name me some players in his era that are doing what he's doing, playing as many minutes as him.
I'm
You
pretty
can't
sure
even
Bill
name
was
anybody.
okay, but I think Bill held off at the end of his career.
Bill
We
Russell
know
wasn't
that.
doing what Wilt was doing on that floor. Bill Russell was just getting boards and playing defense. The man shot terrible. Never averaged 20 in his career. So I can't even say he was maxing out like a Wilt.
Yeah, bro.
Hold on, I'm sitting here and I'm taking my time to even look at this before I start talking. When you look at Bill, hold on. Well, when you look at Bill, I'm even going looking back at Wilt Chamberlain because back then I understand scoring was different. If you even look at Wilt Chamberlain teammates to Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain has it's him 29. I'm looking at multiple years. It's him scoring, three other niggas in double digits. If you look at Bill Russell, it's Bill Russell scoring 5 to 6 niggas. One season he had 7 niggas in double digits in a playoff run. When y'all sit here and y'all talk about that, that means a whole fucking lot. If I have 4 niggas giving me double digits in a playoff, but you have 7, 8 niggas giving you double digits, you cannot tell me that doesn't mean nothing.
Valid.
Wilt
Again,
outplayed
I'm
Bill.
here.
You're telling me I'm
I'm
supposed to
here to
win
talk
with
about. You
I'm
still think
thank
Will
you.
is
Cousins is
underrated?
here. So now,
Crazy.
Cousins. So now, you telling me I'm supposed to
Cousins,
win.
bro.
You're telling me I'm supposed to win when 4 niggas, I'm giving you double digits, 3 other people on my team is giving me double digits. I play against another team where that best player is giving you 16, 23 rebounds, but then now he has 5 to 7 other players scoring 12 or more.
Is that out of the realm of possibility?
Yes, when you For one, when you max out during the season, then you go into the playoffs, you play against another team that's giving you, when you have multiple players giving you 21, 15, 19, 19, 20, 12,
So,
16,
so it was
12.
so it was impossible for him to ever do that. It was impossible.
It wasn't impossible for him to do that, but
You
Bill
just said
Russell
it
played
was.
with
Is
better
it impossible or
teammates.
no?
No, but it's his teammates that was better. Oh, bro, every year Bill Russell played, bro, he always had a teammate or two that outscored him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And his numbers dropped from the regular season, but y'all don't take that in consideration because it drops from 20 to 16. So y'all be like, oh, it's okay. So y'all don't even look at that. That's fine. So his numbers even drop in the playoffs. Other teammates go up, and now he's dropping. Other teammates is going up, and he's having 5 to 7, 12 plus scorers. So now we could talk about a great system, great teammates, player that drops too.
What were they? What were they before he got there?
They were losers.
How many other players have 11 championships?
Nobody.
Okay, so I say that not to just say, 11 rings is over with. I say that to say, over the course of his entire career, which was, I think, 13 years, right? Nobody got 11. So that means he started with a cast and was winning championships with them. In the middle of it, the roster's changing. He's still winning championships with them. And then at the end, when he being a player coach, he winning championships with that team too. And nobody else has 11. So we can't say, oh, well, he had Bob Cousy or Tommy Heinsohn because he won without them too. Or he had Sam Jones because he won without him. Or he had John Havlicek. He won without him. Like, he's that's why, to me, the 11 championships and always being the best player is like crazy, because it's not like, the Celtics in that era had 11, but nobody else got 11. Not Sam, not Tommy, not Cousy, not Hondo, nobody else. So that means it was moving parts in and out. But he's the common denominator, is no matter what, when he was there, they was winning. And they weren't winning before him.
Bob Cousy got 6.
Okay. Is that 11?
Bro, all them 11 shits don't count, bro.
Why not? Oh yeah, that
Okay, so tell me why you think Wilt is the greatest of all time, or you can make the argument.
Nah. The reason I say Wilt is the greatest center of all time, if we take off team accomplishments, NBA champion, you're not telling me from the day that he walked into the NBA, and I'm just only giving you 5 years. So from 60 to 65, give me a player, any center, a center that has that is better than that. That numbers is better resemble where I could be like, give me something that that 5-year run. And
do you care about winning championships? Just in general, like in your
I care about winning championships.
So why are you taking it away?
I'm talking about them individually.
But why are you taking? You just said
I'm talking about them individually.
Why are you taking it away?
Because in the beginning, when my first argument was Wilt Chamberlain is the best center individually. I wasn't talking about championships. So we can compare
he's the most talented.
Shaq 30-point season to what? His 45-point season. We could compare Hakeem 28 season to his rookie of the year MVP all-star season and all-star game MVP 37 his rookie year. We could compare what? Kareem's 31 to Wilt Chamberlain's 50. We could compare to his 38 to whoever's 24.
So what does your all-time list look like then?
My all-time center list, it'll be Wilt.
No, just period, just players.
Players.
Mm-hmm.
I got the list right here. Hold on. Shits is in my notes. Hold on, gotta find them. No, that's shooting guard all time.
Yeah, I think you have Wilt 11.
Nah, I definitely do got Wilt 11. I do got Wilt 11 though.
Wait, 11?
Yeah. Yeah, I got Wood 11.
That means some math ain't mathing based on the argument you make it right now.
That's not true. On
Okay.
the all-time, hold on the all-time center list, I have him number 1. I have Magic Johnson on the all-time number 1 as the all-time point list. He's not my GOAT. He's not top 5 on my list.
Where you got?
The math,
I want to hear the list.
Yeah.
How's the math not mathing?
I want to hear the list now. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
You want to hear what
Your all-time list.
All right, I got you. Top 10 players. No.
Where you got Shaq and Hakeem?
All right, so 1 MJ, 2 Braun, Kareem 3, Magic 4, Tim 5, Larry
You just
6.
told me what was the best center of all time.
Right.
Yo, bro, they trying to
Yeah.
set you up, bro.
Right.
They trying to set you up. They trying to
Nah,
set you
it's
up,
not
bro.
even that, bro. I do value winning, but one-on-one between him and his centers, he's the
Why are you
best.
saying one-on-one in the NBA isn't a
Because that was my original argument. It was one-on-one versus him and every other center. It was him versus every other center. It was never him and his.
so
what he
one-on-one
accomplished in 5 years.
So hold on. So if that was your argument, I wasn't here for that, honestly. So I didn't hear that. If that was your argument, why did you even bring up any type of accolades or team winning or any of that in any of your arguments?
I never brought up team accolades or winning. Rose
You did. You argued it. You said,
listen, because all right, so this spilled over. Hold on, because this spilled over to the podcast. It started in a group chat. Rose said, "I value winning more. Bill Russell won more." When I was talking about him one-on-one versus niggas, I value winning. But if we talk about him one versus one on niggas, bro, Will Chamberlain has every single one of them.
In the group chat, you say he's the greatest center, so that's why.
Yes, the center.
You just told me what's the difference between a center and a player?
Because I'm talking about a position. The center and the player is it's the same thing, but I'm talking about them. I'm talking about them in that exact position. I'm not talking about them against the whole league. Okay, them in that exact position against the unpards.
That would mean you would have Wilt higher than any other center in your all-time list.
No.
Okay, so look at it like this, right? I'm taking a team of randos, right? They all 65 overalls. And Wilt is the center. And the other team, all 65 overalls, and Kareem is the center. Which team is going to win?
I'm taking Wilt.
All right, that's cool. So why wouldn't you just have Wilt higher on your all-time list then?
Because Kareem won more. He played with better players.
Was he a better player, though?
Was he a better player?
Mm-hmm.
I say no. But because you're not a better player doesn't mean your career is not better. I think Manu Ginobili is better than Tracy McGrady, but a lot of people are going to say Tracy McGrady's the better player. What does that mean to me? What does that mean?
I think one of these days you should make your best players list.
All right, that's even fine. But when you sit there and say because he's a better player, there's a lot of people better than other players. That don't mean they're higher than them.
I mean, it should.
Oh, it should?
Yeah. If you just better, you better. Oh, but I should have some type of tangible proof why you better than somebody. It can't be aesthetic or he could jump higher. Like,
okay. So now y'all gonna hate me. What would clarify somebody as better? Would more points mean that you're better?
No, because there's more to the game than scoring.
All right. When you're a better scorer and a better defender, can you make an argument that you're better?
It's an argument, yeah.
Okay. So now, when I sit there and I argue with you niggas about RJ Barrett being a better scorer,
yeah, I'm muting.
Oh, now
cause
we
it's too late
muting.
now.
Oh man.
Bro,
Oh man.
the
So
only
now
reason
he's a better scorer, scoring more points,
That nigga
better
cousin with the sleep.
defender,
That
but he
nigga
ain't better.
cousin sleeping.
He's not better, but a better scorer and a better defender, but he's not better. Why is he not better?
Look, this what I say. This what I say. I don't gotta say he's better, but I will be consistent and say it's an argument. Just like I said, when you said if you were a better scorer and defender, I said it might be an argument. It's an
Okay.
argument. I never disputed that.
I'm just saying. A lot of niggas own 9 niggas is better, but okay, cause you're a better player don't mean that you're automatically greater than certain niggas, bro.
That's
It's
why I
just
say you should make your best players list. If you better, you better. I should just have some some type of tangible result to say X is better than Y. Even if the accomplishments don't weigh up, the trophies, yada yada yada. I should be able to look at what you would like, because I'm generally like, if you greater, you better. Like your career is what you was. Now I know it's everybody in different situations and everything like that, and some people is more versatile and everything. But and I ain't trying to get weird, but if you really one of them ones and you really play the game the right way, like the basketball gods, they'll make shit line up for you.
no, they won't.
They do.
Ask Jerry West.
Jerry
Oh
West
my
is an
god.
NBA, Jerry West is literally an NBA champion, so it lined up for him.
1 out of 10 years.
And he wasn't. Yeah, that one is more than a lot of people's. So yeah.
Okay, actually, I don't
So
know.
if I looked at So if I looked at somebody who was in a messed up position most of his career, like Kevin Garnett, right?
What does that matter? If you're better, the basketball god is gonna bless you, right?
That's
What about Charles Barkley?
if you let me talk. More often than not, the things is gonna line up for you. So okay, and I will argue that Charles Barkley wasn't in bad positions all of his like most of his career. Probably in more good ones than bad ones, honestly. But somebody like KG was just in a bad situation most of his career. It was just bad. Even though pound for pound, you could argue he was just as good as X or just as good as Y, or just as, even if he wasn't as good, he was as talented or as impactful as a lot of people. Eventually, the basketball guys lined shit up for him, so he was put in a good position and he took advantage of it. Like that matters. So like the career versus the player thing, and I understand in a vacuum you could say, oh, this guy is better than this guy because he's just more or he's more capable of doing things. But like results matter. Results aren't everything, but they matter. Like they got to mean something because they playing the game to win.
So if results matter and we're playing the game to win, results matter. We're playing the game to win. Where are we ranking? You know who at? Big Shot Bob. Where are we ranking him at? If results matter, we're playing the game to win. Where are we ranking him at?
Nowhere significant.
All right.
Nowhere significant.
So now, when we talk about winning, it's a team thing. And when you say, "Oh, your career has to," I can say that. I don't. Nah, I'm not gonna bring him up because I don't rock with him. I can't get that man no credit. But in the '90s, I could argue that if it was the 2000s, Charles Barkley would have won damn near 2. I don't think even if you're a good player, bro, all of this basketball, nah, bro. It depends on your team. It really does depend on your team, bro, and who you have around you, the system that you're running. None of that shit really matters, bro. We seen a 2-time MVP, Steve Nash, play with all of these players. Richard Jefferson, I don't know how, giving you 23, and Amari Stoudemire giving you 18 and 10. This nigga's giving you 12. Not see a finals in none of those runs.
What does that mean?
Bro, because your team and all of that shit matters. All of this basketball, God gonna bless you. Nah, bro, your team and what you have around you matter. So I can have 55, I can average 55 for a season, but if I'm averaging 55, the next man is just averaging 12, then the next nigga is averaging 10, then the other man next to me is averaging 9.5, I can average 55 all I want. That team is not good enough. It's not good enough. Even if I'm the best player and I'm dominating the league, the team is just not good enough for me to win. Why is that not understandable?
Because so in this specific example, we're talking about Wilt, right? you could say I'm not gonna say okay in his early years, his first when he was with the Warriors, right? I'm not gonna say he had a great team because he didn't. But I will also say he showed in a lot in that part of his career that he wasn't the easiest player to play with, and that people didn't generally like him, and he might not at that time have been tapping into his full abilities as a player. And he wasn't. He showed that in Philly when he changed his game around. When he got a coach that really challenged him and he changed his game around. And all of a sudden, the team is complete. And then they're the best team in the league. And then they beat the Bill Russell Celtics, and then they win a championship. It's not that like that's why the concept of Wilt just not having enough help or this thing happened or that thing happened. Like all of it is false because he actually did it when he put his mind to being the most complete team player and tapping into all of his abilities as a player with talent around him. It actually happened. So that's not a hypothetical. That's not a if only he had this or if only like it happened. He got the same. He got to Philly in 66, I think, or 65. In 66 and 67, he had the same rosters. The difference was he played different in 66 and was coached different in 66 than he was in 67. So he go from being, oh, I'm gonna just be the greatest scorer ever to okay, I'm gonna really play a team brand of basketball and I'm gonna score and I'm gonna play make and I'm gonna distribute and I'm gonna defend. And this year, the same shit happened in the last 6 years of my career. I lost, and this year I actually won. That's not a hypothetical. That's not a like.
But you can't even say that because you just say he had a complete team around him. He put his mind to it. That 9 assists is amazing. Then the next year when he wins again in Los Angeles, he gives you 3 assists. It has to be a team.
That's 5 years later in a different team. That's why that don't matter. That's why I'm bringing up 66 and 67 because the rosters is the same. The talent around him is the same. And 1 year you lost, and 1 year you won, and 1 year you was X type of player, 1 year you was Y type of player.
They're different. Oh, that's what he's just trying to tell you, bro. We just like that's what I was trying to tell you.
But results got to speak for themselves.
So Rose, let me ask you a question because you bring this up a lot. If you say one of the reasons you say Dame is better than Westbrook because he outplays him, correct?
Yeah, I'm muting.
What?
You said one of the reasons why Dame is better than Westbrook because he outplays him, correct?
Yeah.
Now, Wilt outplays Bill Russell. Head to head, he outplays him almost every game. The numbers are like insanely different. So why is Bill better than Wilt?
I mean,
Because you're using that for those two. I'm using the same logic with these two.
You said numbers, and I care about winning. So,
oh my God!
Like I've told you before, I'd rather average 20 and 10 and win instead of 40 and 20 and lose.
So you're saying because Bill Russell has the rings, that's why he's better. That because you're saying winning, which means rings. That's what you're saying.
What I've said in the beginning of the pod, I would take Bill because he was willing to sacrifice and do things to help his team win that Wilt was not willing to do.
So why are you not willing to take Drew? Why are you not willing to take Drew Holiday over Dame?
Bro, nigga.
Sacrifice. We're talking about sacrificing to win.
Drew
he sacrificed to win NBA championship.
It's a difference.
Going on now.
Hold on, it's a difference sacrificing and just not being able to do something.
What was he not able to do?
Do you think Drew is a franchise player?
Yeah. Hold on, but hold on. Sacrifice and winning in franchise play. What is that? What are you talking about?
They're two different situations, bro.
That's not what you said. You said winning and
sacrificing.
That's all you said. You ain't saying nothing about this franchise play.
Every situation is different. When you're talking about Bill and Wilt, they're both franchise players, yes?
Correct.
Okay, Drew and Dame, are they in two different situations, yes?
Two different situations, correct.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. One's a franchise player, one's a role player. Like, what are we talking about?
A role player? I don't think he's a role player. I think
what is he then? Don't tell me he's a franchise player.
He's the third best. He's the third best.
He's an all-star caliber player. I don't think he's a role player. He's an all-star caliber player.
He's not the man.
Crazy.
Hold on? What's so crazy?
Let's
Dame
break
is
it
an
down.
all-star caliber.
He's not the man.
What's so crazy? Dame is
I
an all-star caliber player. He's not a championship caliber player. He's an all-star caliber player.
We know that.
He's a franchise player.
So is Julius Randle, and Julius Randle made an all-star team.
He has a lot more.
He's an all-star caliber player.
Okay, let me break it down to this. Does Dame have a lot more responsibilities than Drew Holiday? Can we agree to that?
Can we say that Drew's a better ceiling raiser than Dame?
No.
Can we say that?
That he has more responsibilities than Drew Holiday. Can we agree to that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. In the discussion.
The only
Wait,
thing
hold on. What you mean by more responsibilities? What you mean by that? I don't know. Because Drew is asked to listen. Hear me out before y'all get angry on this podcast. Drew is asked to be one of the best defenders on his team, correct?
Am I tripping?
No. Facilitate the ball, right? Am I saying anything wrong? Let me know if I'm lying. Just let me know if I'm lying. I'm just asking a question. Let me know if I'm lying. I just asked 2 simple questions.
No. I'm gonna ask. I don't know your questions because I didn't want to hear them. I smoke a lot of weed, bro. Last time I checked, Giannis Antetokounmpo still playing for the Bucks team, bro. He does a lot more. It makes Drew's Holiday role a lot more. Has a lot more less responsibility than what Dame has for the Blazers, bro.
I'm comparing his responsibility to Dame. That's all I'm doing.
I think
Dame is asked just to score, mainly score on his team.
Comparison, dog. There's no comparison.
He's the primary playmaker. He's the primary playmaker too.
Okay,
I don't think his playmaking is all that to be
exactly. That so it's like, what are we doing here? Like,
you said what?
I don't think the playmaking is all that to be on something. He's a primary,
to be honest.
He has seasons where he's averaged 7 and 8 assists, just like Drew has. So if it's Drew doing it, he's doing it.
When Dame went out and they had Afari Simons, whatever the dude name is, they looked different, but not that much different than when Dame was there. Well, facilitating the ball.
You mean for that? If you mean for that individual season, then yeah, like that's Dame's. That was the worst Dame had looked basically until he came in. That he came into the league, yeah. But you're not going to.
Dame was hurt when he was hurt.
No, I know that. I'm saying the only thing you could be comparing that to is the period of time when Dame was there last year, which was the worst he had looked in his whole career. So you can't tell me that little 10 or 15 game stretch where Anthony Simons was playing well compared to when Dame was leading them to second seeds and winning playoff series and stuff like that. Like that's come on.
Drew Holiday averages 7 assists, and what does Dame average?
Probably 6 probably for his career.
For a career. Drew averages 6 for a career. What's Dame averages?
5 or 6.
So, like, how much of a more responsibility does Dame really have?
I didn't say it was a difference. I just said Dame is the primary playmaker. He's a primary scorer. He's the best player on the team. He's the primary scorer. He's the primary playmaker.
And who's the primary playmaker in the Bucks?
Drew.
So they both primary playmakers on their teams. In retrospect.
Yeah.
So what is Rose talking about? This bigger responsibility. So their responsibility ain't that much different.
Because one is the best player on the team, so his team is extremely dependent on his performance. The other is the third best. Like that, we know that.
Gosh, bro, like, come on, bro.
Like,
Yo, you're talking about responsibility.
If
you asking me personally,
when it comes to responsibility, bro, we shouldn't even be having this argument when it
like
comes to Drew.
Josh, that's like if we both say, "Hey, I make $60,000 a year. Josh makes $60,000 a year." But when we do our budgets, Josh got $40,000 in expenses, and I got $90,000. Like I got more on my plate.
You got more on your plate, but we both making $60,000. So how much more you got on your plate than if we both making $60,000?
No, we're talking about responsibility. So when I look at my budget and I got $90,000 in expenses and you got 40, I'm in a much different position than you.
But should you be making more money than me since you got more responsibilities?
No,
we both making the same money.
No, I didn't say that's where I'm saying it's even because you could say, oh well, Drew is a primary. You could say Drew is a primary playmaker and he's the best perimeter defender, right? You could say that, right? Yeah. Well, so then I can say Dame is a primary scorer, Dame is the primary playmaker, right?
Yeah.
Even so, theoretically, if we weighed all that the same, which they all don't weigh the same, but if we weighed it all the same and say That would be the equivalent of me making 60 and you making 60. But my expenses is 90,000. So my 60 ain't looking, and my expenses is 90,000. Yours is 40. So my 60, the way I look at my 60 ain't the way you looking at your 60. Why? Because I got more responsibilities. My budget is much bigger than yours. My responsibilities are much bigger than yours.
But I get that. But shouldn't you be making more money than me then? We
No,
both be
no,
making
that's
something
no,
adding
because
up. We both can't
no,
make
because no,
somebody
because
gotta make more.
no, because I'm saying our capabilities are the same. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying because I'm the man on my team, my responsibility is much more than you, who's the third best player on your team. Our abilities can be the same. We could compare and contrast abilities, but when it comes to responsibility, it's on me. It's not all on you. You an important part. I ain't diminishing you, but it ain't all on you.
Time out, cousins. I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna ask Rose one question. Since he values winning, the team, and all of that. When I said it earlier, the first time I said it, you said crack. When I said it earlier, you deflected and brought up Kyrie. Why is Tony Parker,
Always.
why is Tony Parker not better than Dame?
He gonna say
Champion, we 4-time champions, a Finals MVP,
I would
playmaker, guarded the best point guard.
again, nigga. Tony Parker never had the responsibilities of
I
Dame.
told you he's gonna say responsibilities. I
Guarded
told
Nigga,
the
you
am I
he
best.
gonna
lying?
say that.
He
Nigga,
had
he
the
had
guard.
Tim Duncan his entire career.
He had the guard, play make, and he was a Finals MVP at one point. So now you just said you valued winning earlier. Now you don't value winning.
Said I value people who are the franchise player. Can you read?
That is
So,
so
so
bogus.
you value Julius
I
Randle?
told you again. Always gonna put just like I always tell this. I'm always gonna put merit on the motherfucker that got more responsibility than a nigga that's a role player. That's just me.
Hey, Westbrook had more responsibility than Dame, but go off.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm just saying.
This nigga
He said
says
responsibility. He said
I'm not
responsibility.
even talking about you, Josh.
I'm just saying.
Did history? Did I'm tripping or something? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
When,
only thing that be saving.
when did he have more responsibility?
You but at the end of the day, they both
After
had.
Kevin Durant
I'm just
left,
saying,
he didn't
unlike most,
have a
again, Josh,
CJ until Paul George came
Josh,
along, had him for 2 seasons.
again, Josh, unlike most situations, they went head to head in the playoff matchup, and the results is there.
And then when I talk about Bill Russell
I'm just
and Will
saying,
Chamberlain, go back to
bro.
that.
I'm
Then
just
you change the
saying, bro.
argument. And then you change the
I'm just
argument.
saying, my nigga.
Oh
Ain't no
my God, the
hypotheticals in this
refrigerator be
situation, my
moved
nigga.
everywhere.
Ain't no
The
hypotheticals.
refrigerators
Wait,
are
how did the refrigerator get moved? How did the refrigerator get moved?
because Will outplayed Bill Russell.
No, but Dame
Hand-to-hand
outplayed.
matchup.
Hold on, but Dame outplayed Russ and won. It's a difference.
Oh,
Well, he outplayed him.
And won. The result matters. The performance and the result. With Wilt, you only get the performance.
All right. This is crazy.
Is it really though?
It's insane, bro. Like the
Dame
refrigerator
be
is
getting
moving, bro. Like these excuses we pull out for Dame sometimes be
right
crazy.
for real.
I got it though.
What
For
excuses?
real.
We down one player, but now the other one's getting these excuses. This is crazy, bro.
Like who you? Okay, so who you
And then
talking?
and then Rose be adding all these caveats and extra things, talking about the franchise
That,
guy and all this extra shit that
thank
y'all got
you.
it today.
Oh,
Like we wasn't even talking about certain things, and somehow they got added.
I hate when he do that.
Yo, y'all be changing the caveats sometimes. This shit be
He's
crazy.
doing that for Dame all the time.
Y'all nasty, man.
It's weird because Dame, you want Dame as your franchise. You know what? If you want Dame as your franchise player, then you can have Dame as your.
How many other players is better franchise players than him?
A lot.
Right now, it's
I'm gonna be honest, a lot.
like at least 8. I feel like I can name at least 8.
That's not a lot. It was only 8.
It's more than 8. If you
I'm
ask
like,
me.
that's a lot.
That's a lot. It's 30 teams in the league.
Okay, then you could have probably named like a 15. A 15.
Not 15 better. It's not.
I
This
think
is my problem with Dame, right?
Not 15.
Y'all talk about all this playoff success. which ain't shit to be honest, but whatever.
It really ain't nothing.
And then he has nothing on his resume. There's no no MVP, no DPOY, barely any All NBA teams. Like he never led the league in nothing. Like what kind of a resume is this
And
for
I
a franchise guy? What type of resume is this
Compared to who?
compared to any? So compared to any great player or wherever you put Dame compared to his counterparts.
it's not. It's gonna be bad.
He generally been where he should be. He been ranked pretty much between like 8 or 9 and like 15.
So, cuz you think Melo had a better career than Dame?
Just off the longevity, yeah. But like pound for pound, it ain't really no difference.
Reggie who?
He talking about Reggie Miller.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say Melo just because of the longevity, but like pound for pound, it ain't no difference.
Yo, Dame just
You know why? Hold on.
His career is mid. Like, can we be honest here?
Come on. Josh, you know why that's nasty? Because if I would have said that, Rose would have yelled, "Crack! You're smoking crack! This is crazy."
No, again, I don't know here argue with somebody's argument. Like a lot of people are saying
you argue against my argument all the time. This is a lie. What you mean,
bro?
What
I've heard all the Dame talk. Again, if a nigga want to say that, I'm tired of arguing it. That's pretty much where I'm at. We argue that in spaces, in Twitter spaces for the last 2 days.
It's just iffy with Dame, in my opinion.
His career mid. That's what.
It just depends on who you comparing him to.
No, because
I don't think mid is a bet. No, I think he's better than mid. He's in between like great and mid, whatever that is.
If you compare him to other top 10 players, right? Because you say you got him where? Because 8 through what?
No, I said that's where he's generally been ranked. He's not top 10 right now.
Okay, but if you generally rank that, right? If you compare his resume to the other players, don't you think his resume looks terrible compared to those other players?
No, this is what I was
in that range.
The ones no.
Honestly, this is what I would say about Dame. Honestly, what I say about Dame is that my belief is why a lot of people love.
I got a question after everybody goes, so just everybody go.
Hold on, listen. This is my thing about Dame, and it's personally my thing about Dame. After a while, bro, I'm sitting back and I look at it, bro. I think a lot of people love Dame because when you think about him, you think about him in the playoffs, first time big in the playoffs, buzzer beater against the Rockets. In the crowd. Second time, buzzer beater over PG on the floor looking at the camera. I feel like niggas remember him for those type of moments. But if you sit back, bro, this nigga's not an MVP of the league. He hasn't done really nothing. It's like the praise that he gets to like what he actually does is like it to me it don't weigh. It don't weigh.
Who holding Dame to this like crazy?
No,
bro, you looking at him. He's literally in the next screen.
Not me.
I've never heard Rose say Dame was top 5 in the league. Let me look at the list because me and Rose Rose
top 5 player.
Talk about me. A few months ago, Rose did the ranking challenge. I'm about to see where he put Dame. He probably had him top 10, near the bottom of the top 10. And I think that's appropriate. I ain't never heard Rose say he was top 5 or he's this or like.
You don't listen, cousin. I'm not listen. You might
being a top 5 player was the year that after the bubble, and I felt like he had a better year than Embiid. But if you say he was a top 6 or 7, I don't think that's crazy. But then again, I'm just me. That's me and being my fan. But if a motherfucker said Embiid or he was a top 7 or 8 player, that's his range. I'm not mad at that.
Rose came on.
I've never said Dame is this superstar or something or this. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm looking at the list that Rose made right now. He had Dame 16.
That's the list you and him made. Rose then came over here and said Dame was a top 5 player multiple times in different years, bro.
But when?
Yeah, I'm saying it's all hearsay at this point because y'all gotta put names on some of this shit.
I'm gonna watch.
This is why I like lists. I like
I'll pull up every time he said Dame was a top 5 player.
Yo, this nigga in the list is crazy.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Kyrie mid too.
My thing, shut up. My thing is that when we compare Dame, it's like you can't compare Dame to no like KD because his resume don't line up with like a Kevin Durant. So
But
then,
who is doing that?
no, let me finish.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
that's but I'm saying it. Which KD is like a first option when we compare Dame to a lot of these first options in the league. His resume don't really line up well with the first options in the league.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
but when we compare it to the
Who do
Let's
second
you
start.
think first?
We need to start ranking them then.
no, but
But
when we
no, right.
compare
Who do you
Dame, no, let me
trying
finish.
to say that
When
we
we
Oh, let
compare
somebody
compare?
Dame
finish.
to
Let her
the
finish.
second options, it you can see the similarities like Kyrie Irving versus Dame. That's a constant debate, constant argument that we have. But Kyrie is known as a second option, and Dame is known to be a first option. And it's not, and I don't personally think it's fair when we then say like, well, Dame a first option, so that's why I think he better than Kyrie. But when you just like take all that like option stuff out, you can see the similarities in both of these players. Like it's more the way Dame like is. I it's weird. I think Dame is meant to be a second option anyway because I don't see him
I don't
being
even think he could be a
winning
second
on a
option.
championship team regardless. Like if he get little minor pieces on the Trailblazers and they go, I don't think they could go anywhere. He's meant to play with like a good forward or like an Anthony Davis type of player, but he got to be the second option anyway. So I think when we compare Dame to Kyrie, I don't like when people say, "Oh, it's just flat out Dame because he a first option," and I don't even think that's fair. If that makes sense, I'm probably not making
Talk
sense.
that shit.
Yeah.
Talk that shit,
It's
So what
Shamaria.
you? So I'm gonna say is I understand what you're saying. I think if there's no gap, like if I'm just looking and saying who better, it ain't really no. It ain't clear either way. But one of them is the first option, so he has more weight on his shoulders, and the other one is second, and pretty much has always been second, sometimes third in his career. It's the first guy.
no, but then I agree with that. I
Why?
disagree with that
Why?
because, but because you can tell that Dame is meant to be a second option on a team. You can
Okay,
just
he
see
may
it with the
on a
way he's
championship
playing.
team. I agree. You have a better chance with Dame as your second option. But I'm not talking about what he's meant to be. I'm talking about what he has done and what he's been.
Okay, so when we
You can't
compare
take
Dame,
that away.
have they not them 2 years Kyrie had at Boston and Dame basically his whole career? You can't tell me them joints not similar.
I beg your
What
pardon.
what did
I
Kyrie
think
do?
so.
I beg your pardon. You talking about like his teammates?
No, I'm just talking about and where the team's placed in the playoffs.
I mean, the first year Kyrie number wise was nowhere significant. Um, and then he got hurt, so and everything that happened in the playoffs is null and void for him. The second year, statistically, he wasn't doing nothing significant. He got in the playoffs. The only sample size we have, him being the best player on the team in the playoffs, and he was bad. So
Where did the team go?
they went to the
Stepped on.
they went to the second round in 2019.
They made it to what one Western Conference Finals and lost.
Yeah, he's been to a few. He's been to a few semifinals, and he's been to a conference final.
But the overall thing is that they have basically been nowhere as number one options. So it's clear as day that now one of these players can be a number one option on a good team. That's just my
Oh,
point.
they've both been number one options on good teams. You talking about a championship team?
Yeah.
Oh, the championship team, I agree. And I agree with you saying Dame is meant to be a second option, or honestly, if Josh said third, like I wouldn't even. Second is kind of pushing it because he a defensive liability. But at the end of the day, like if you want to introduce 100,000 hypotheticals, you can. But I'm just looking at what has happened, and what has happened is over the last 6 to 7 years, Dame been the man on his team. He done been in the playoffs every year he was healthy. He
Dame
done
is
been to a
on the
conference. He done been to a conference final. He done been to numerous semifinals. He's had some great performances, and the sample size for Kyrie is just too small. Like, if you want to say talent, if you want to say skill, that's a different debate. But the sample size for Kyrie is just it's not enough.
that is fair, Darius. What did you talk? I get what you said, cousin.
The
It
word.
is
My bad.
fair.
And again, I
That's
feel like
all
y'all,
I'm
and again, I feel like y'all keep saying, "Oh, well, dang,
everything I've
he
been
just
trying to
don't
tell
stack up to all these first options." We
He
could do
don't.
we could do it here right now. How many? Okay, that's cool. We could do it here right now. Right now, as it stands, how many first options is better than Dame?
So you got KD,
Okay,
the most obvious, LeBron, Jokic, Embiid, Giannis. Luca,
Luca.
That's
uh,
6.
Steph.
7.
Let's see,
It's 30 teams. Remember that.
Tatum,
That's 8.
Jimmy Butler.
We're just going based off of last season or in like careers in totality.
I'm just doing
Just in general.
okay.
Jimmy debatable, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
James Harden.
oh yeah, Harden,
I would
Kawhi,
say it right now.
Kawhi. Oh yeah,
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi, I give you. So that's 9 for sure. Wait,
no,
that's 8 for sure.
What
If
about
we
Paul
talking
George?
about first options right now, give me D Mitch,
I said that Donovan Mitchell.
I think that's debatable.
Yeah.
I,
Ja Morant.
yeah, Ja,
I think that's debatable.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Chris Paul.
I get what
I
how you
mean,
say it's debatable. It's not
Yeah,
crazy.
Dirk.
done nothing
Sample
significant.
size too small.
He's done nothing significant enough to say, oh yeah, he clears. I'm talking about people who clear.
Chris
So we
Paul.
got like, so we got like 8 names right now who cleared.
No,
Chris Paul clear.
when I say John, them guys, I'm not saying that like I'm saying I'm looking at it. You saying this year? I'm looking. How y'all looking at it? Because I did just walk back into it. Y'all just talking about this year alone.
In
Okay.
recent history, maybe the last 2 to 3 years. That's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
say
Gotta
Dame.
move me up.
I would have Dame at 11 because I think Jimmy. I would give Jimmy Butler that spot.
Ja would be.
I think that I'm just trying to find the names that's for sure. If it's debatable, I don't even care. So it's like 8 names right now that
Did you
clear.
count Chris Paul?
I think it's about 10, give or take.
I think that's
Somewhere in that
debatable.
range.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think. I don't think. I don't think. Dame and Chris Paul is debatable. I don't. Me personally, I don't believe that.
Who you got?
Even though I come down on pause. Hey, yo. Even though I'm that was crazy. I can't even though that I give Chris Paul flack for his shortcomings. Hey, Joe. Um, that was crazy. Even though I give
Just
Chris
let it
Paul
go.
flack for losing, I still think that he's a yeah. I think that he'll still be better than Dame.
I ain't saying that whether or not they better. I'm just saying if he don't clear, then I'm trying to find the people who clear.
So
So
if
it's
we talking about just clear,
What about
clear,
Joel?
not
What
a
about
debate.
Joel Embiid? Y'all think Joel clear?
Yeah, and be clear. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
hold on,
that's
then
yeah.
hold on. So if we talking about the last few seasons, how are we not sure about James Harden? James Harden this year mid, last year mid, but the other years before that, you can't. And I'm not even going to say that last year on the Brooklyn Nets was the year on the Brooklyn Nets where he got hurt was mid. He was giving you like 25 and like 11 with like 8
Yeah,
rebounds.
past
He
Houston, you
just
can't
got
beat it.
hurt.
You get hurt, man. Hey,
I was thinking of Houston, James Harden.
That's what I'm saying. Even if we go 3 years back, 2 years back, he was better. The year he got hurt, he was
he was
better.
better, but this year also matters. This year,
Yeah,
where
this, but even if we
this
count
year where
this
he
year,
didn't look like he could be a first option on a playoff team at all. To
no, but
me,
even if this year matters, even if this year matters, then he's still better than Dame because
Trae Young.
the
that's,
little bit that
you
Dame
say he
played, he
better. That's
looked better.
cool. I'm saying he don't clear right now. He don't clear.
I think Trae Young clear.
Trae Young
No.
clears.
Trae Young clear.
Trey,
How?
Trae Young clears. To me, Trae Young clears. And that's coming from a
Clears is
fuck Trae
crazy.
Young person. That's coming from a fuck Trae Young person. So
Clears is crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Why do y'all say he clears?
Oh, Trae Young or Dame?
Nah, Trey Young.
Y'all said Trey clear, so why do he clear?
I was
Trey Young
just curious.
clears because Dame biggest accomplishment. Trey did that what second, third season. He did that his second, third season. I think that he still, even if we talk about last year, this season that went by, 30-10. The last season before that had a hell of a playoff run. I think that's 2 seasons back of him doing amazing things, and I think going forward he's gonna be way better.
So he
Winter
got
Wonder
two.
Rose.
Yeah, that's to me that explanation don't even tell me why he clear. That he's matching an accomplishment, getting to a conference final.
Quicker
True.
than that.
True. I mean, I'm not comparing like the because then I would have to compare him at the same like time. I'm talking about the last 2 or 3 years. So he's matched his peak Dame's peak playoff run, and then this year he played worse than Dame ever has in any of his playoff runs. If we really want to do that, especially over the last 2 or 3 years, so that don't spell out Dame clearing. I mean, that don't spell out Trey clearing at all. Like it's not clear. So realistically, it's probably like So, I mean, and then a few like honestly, and I'm saying like I'm not saying Embiid and Dame is close or nothing, but I'm saying as first options, if we really see in the last 2 or 3 years, Embiid don't necessarily clear. He's better. He's been better.
But that matters too.
Hold on, in 2-3 years, Embiid don't clear Dame.
I'm saying if I wanted to, I could make an argument that he don't.
The last 2 years, this season and the season past, argue a very, very great argument for an MVP player. Not he was a top 5 in MVP. He was number 3 in MVP. No, he can be the MVP of the league, even though I don't take runners up, but a lot of y'all do. So now we talk about the nigga that came.
Don't do that. I hate y'all.
All right, so we're not even all right. So we're not doing that. Somebody that is
Oh, we
considered
forgot
as
about
one of
Steph.
somebody that's considered as the
That's
best,
nice.
the best, somebody that's been considered as the best player in the league 2 years in a row. I've never heard somebody consider Dame a best player in the league 2 years in a row.
Nobody worth listening to has ever said Embiid is the best player.
Worth listening to go crazy.
All right.
Anybody told you that Joel Embiid is the best player in the world right now, they were not worth listening to.
Dame remember
The only thing I would say is
You know what?
like
I give you Embiid. I ain't gonna.
no. Again, I
Even
told you I give
my names.
you, but like yeah, just give you a beat. But I would say the argument would be that like if I was to argument for Dame is his playoff performances the last the last 2 years. They should have was injured.
So when when y'all specifically, because y'all have said this on this pod right now, they said Dame just don't compare to all of these first options. It's 8 or 9 dudes, and most of them 8 or 9 dudes are like the 8 or 9 best players in the world that clear him. And then it's a handful of debatables, and then it's a lot of people he better than. A lot of them, he clear, where it's not a debate, it's not worth thinking or talking about.
which would be like players that are like second options. No,
I'm only talking about first options. It's 30 teams in the league. I can just talk about the best players on all of these teams. He's not as good as it's 8 or 9 of them that clear him, where it's not a debate. It's maybe 5 or 6 where it's a debate and it's a discussion, and then it's a bunch of them that he clear.
I think it's
A bunch of people we just know like he can't fuck with them. He can't fuck with them.
more than 5 that's debatable.
Let me look at my list, because if I said Giannis, Joker, Luka, KD, Steph, Bron, Embiid is 7, Kawhi, that's 8.
Mm-hmm. I think Chris Paul clear.
He don't clear. That's 8. I'm missing Tatum is 9.
Jimmy Butler.
I don't think he clear.
But
it's about 8, give or take.
I think that's where it stopped. I think them 9 clear.
Oh my god!
So that's 9 out of 29 other potential first options that's over Dame. So now I'm left with 20 players. I think Chris Paul is debatable. I think Jimmy's debatable. I think Ja's debatable. I think Trey's debatable. That's 4 players.
D-Man.
I think Spider's debatable. That's 5.
Who's Toronto first option?
Who?
Toronto first option.
That's not debatable. He better than Pascal.
What about Carl Anthony?
He better than Cat. That's not debatable. Yes, I think I will have to look at the list of teams in the league.
Man, y'all just gotta get this hate out your heart for Dame, bro.
I'll get this hate out my heart once you get the Westbrook hate out your heart.
It ain't no.
No, see, this is the thing, bro. I don't hate Westbrook.
You do.
I hate Westbrook fans.
Yeah, that's
what it is. You hate Westbrook. It's okay, bro.
Oh yeah, that's.
No, I really hate Westbrook fans, bro. That's what it is, bro.
I hate Dame fans. I guess we even.
How Dame? No. How Rose hate Westbrook fans? I'm not gonna lie. That's how I hate. That's how I hate Braun fans. Yo, right?
That's
Nah, nah,
always
nah.
hard.
The only reason I say that, bro, Bronco had a turnaround 3-pointer. Oh my God, the way that he hit a turnaround 3-pointer, it was diagonal off the backboard, and I've never seen Jordan hit a diagonal slant to the side, headband falling off the head, 3-pointer, and then it was 0.223. Bro, LeBron fans would make up a stat in a word like, yo, every 0.22 seconds, Braun dribbles to the left 3 times, and Jordan just never did that. It's like everything they come up with is to combat anything Jordan, bro. I hate all LeBron fans because they don't come up with shit to be like, yo, bro, he's the greatest. They just come up to like, but Jordan never dribbled 3 times in the left, then crossed over to the right, then back dribble 4 times.
It's
Bro,
it's
it be
radicals
crazy
everywhere,
to
man.
me,
It's
bro.
radicals everywhere.
Josh, was that
Shout
the only
out,
topic?
I'll give a shout out to Darius and Chris that's watching.
You said
Shout
what,
out to
Shamar?
y'all. Appreciate
Was this the only topic?
It's radicals
No.
everywhere. Man.
Yeah.
No, I got topics about to get nasty. Steph
it.
versus
Okay.
Larry
Yeah.
Bird.
An
Who's
hour.
better and who ranks higher all time?
Okay.
Why you asking Mario? You said something about
Because
Alex.
we like an hour on. We spent an hour.
We
It's
always do
cool.
this. I'm used to this by now. Steph and Larry, who ranks higher all time?
Larry Bird.
I
You
still
said
got, I still got Bird.
I,
You said Steph or Larry?
It might be
Yeah.
Steph
I
actually.
have no. I still have Larry Bird all time.
Never mind. She might be Larry.
I have,
yeah, I think Larry still.
But
He,
who better
he had the instant impact on his teams.
still?
Was undoubtedly always the man.
what was your question, Shamaya? Who's a better player?
I'm still taking Larry. Who would I
No,
rather have? Steph. But yeah.
Why?
This Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. That's it.
All right, bro. Next subject, because
Tell her
everybody
mute
else.
up. Please tell her
Next
tell her mute up.
subject.
I thought somebody was gonna
Next
say
subject.
Steph.
And I think Bird got two, arguably three player of the years, and I think Steph might have one,
Mm.
maybe this year.
I think Steph. Nah, I think best player of the year. Nah, I would say his 2016. He probably was the best player of the year.
Some people tell you it's still Braun.
Nerd.
No, seriously, we've had room. We have Twitter spaces about it, and two of our three Twitter spaces, two of the three niggas said that LeBron is still the best player in the world.
Told you.
Yeah. Anything else is uncivilized.
Uncivilized is crazy.
All right,
But
next up, bro.
What
why
teams
is
will
he?
make the playoffs in the
But that's
West?
not crazy though. He
What team made
37.
it to
He
the West?
dropped 30.
Playoffs matter. How you go out matter.
But that's not fair though. It's not fair though. They wasn't doing that to Jordan when Jordan was 37.
Yeah. Next subject.
Next
Life ain't
subject.
fair. Suck it up.
What
What
team?
Hey,
teams play in the
yo.
West?
Oh, the play in.
We'll see. You said what team is going to be in the playoffs?
The
This
play
nigga
in.
said Doc.
The what teams will make the play in the West? It's gonna be the Trailblazers, the Lakers.
The Trailblazers would be like
Yo, you know what's crazy?
9
Shamaria just
9
switched
through
up
8.
OD right now, and the fact that Rose just let
How did
that slide is crazy.
You know what's so
The
crazy?
Trailblazers would be like 10,
I'm
right?
gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide
how did I
because
mess up?
to be objective, I have to be an objective Blazer fan.
No,
Like
not even
honestly,
that, Rose. She was in here and she said that the Lakers are gonna have a decent record and not being a play-in. You saw them as a top 6 seed on Clubhouse yesterday, Shamaria. You said that
When did I say that? I
I
didn't.
didn't hear. I
yesterday.
wasn't in Clubhouse yesterday, but
I
Oh,
I
you
don't.
was
wasn't.
talking. I
She
was
wasn't full
talking
of
to
shit.
Solo
I thought I
personally.
said I no. I thought
Oh,
I said
but
the Lakers gonna be better and make the playoffs this year. I thought I said that.
bro, I've got it on record, bro, and here, bro. I told y'all I got the Blazers having a better record than the Lakers next year. But if I had
That
to be
ain't true.
honest with myself,
Not gonna happen.
I would have to say that there's like a good 5 or 6 teams that I think that could be better than the Blazers next season. So I think
Just
honestly,
5 or 6.
objectively, yeah,
Time
we're
out.
gonna be in the play next year possibly.
Time out. You think there's a good 5 or 6?
Right. Like
Is that
OKC
wild?
one of them.
Nah. Go through the West. Go through the West, bro.
Okay, so I said that I think Denver would be better than the Blazers next year.
Facts.
Obviously, the Clippers if they come back healthy.
Facts.
Obviously, what the
Bro,
fuck?
the
Golden
West is
State,
gonna listen.
Golden
The
State, yes. Who
Dallas,
else? Who else? Dallas,
Uh,
yes, of course. Who else? Who? Just throw some teams out there,
Memphis,
Pelicans.
Minnesota's gonna be
bro.
better than y'all.
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans is gonna be better than y'all.
That's
I
it.
said New Orleans. I put New Orleans in there. I didn't put Minnesota, bro. I'm
Minnesota's
sorry.
gonna be
That's
better
fine.
than y'all.
Okay, I'm not arguing about Minnesota.
Well, oh,
So
The
Phoenix
Lake,
Suns. That's 6.
the
Memphis
that's
Suns,
six.
better
the
than
Lakers,
Oh,
The Lakers,
Memphis is 7. I forgot about Memphis.
Memphis, bro.
Memphis, and that's where I said we in the play-in. That's what I
Every
said.
team. No, but you said 6. You said 6 or 7. Every team.
That's
Oklahoma
seven.
City
Every
Thunder.
team that was in the playoff, every team that was in the play-in and playoff last year is gonna still be better than y'all. Besides the
Except
Utah
for
Jazz, but y'all were gonna get. I have y'all at 10 or 9.
I think they at 8-9 for me.
So I think
Maybe some teams get injured, and no, I'm not hoping people get teams, but obviously that happens.
If you
And
want the
realistically, I
Lakers,
think y'all could be a 10th spot. Realistically.
we
All right.
talking. So when y'all talk, what we talking about? We talking about getting into the play-in, right? Just seeding
yeah,
7 through 10.
yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah, the
that look
Blazers.
like?
Yeah, the Blazers definitely in that area.
No, I'm not saying they not, but I don't have them high. I don't even have them 8. I don't have them high 7, 8. I have them like 9, 10.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, that's the right spot.
Yeah, I have them 9, 10. The
I would
reason
actually
the
go
reason I
8
started naming my fault. The reason that I started naming them because he said I have them 6, 7. I don't. I
because
have them 9.
I just think I don't have faith in certain teams. That's me personally. But again, I
But you
just
got faith in the Blazers.
Rudy
yeah, I do.
Gobert hater. He hate Rudy.
You gotta be.
The reason I said Minnesota, you have a DPOY caliber. I understand a lot of people don't like Carl Anthony Towns, but you have a 25. You have another 25-10 player. Then
Cause
you
y'all
have you.
they was gonna be better than Memphis. Minnesota could be better than Memphis, but they can't be better than the Blazers.
They have the
Nigga,
potential to be better than Memphis. I have to see them play.
Memphis
Then you
would never
have
If
say
they
that.
be better than Memphis, they gonna be better than the Blazers.
Bro, they're not. Minnesota's not gonna be better than Memphis next year, bro.
they're not going to be better than Memphis, but I damn sure have them better than the Blazers.
They gonna be better than the Blazers.
That's it. That's it. That's what y'all think. Go ahead.
Bro, you're telling me a DPO while another 25-10 player, another 20-point scorer, and Anthony Edwards is not going to be better than Dame and what's his name?
Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant?
That's what y'all. If you have belief in Minnesota Timberwolves,
You hold on, time out. So
no. If
what-
you guys know, ask you a question. If you got so much faith in the Timberwolves, where do you have them ranked next year?
I have them go up. They were 7 this year.
They could be
Yeah,
top
they were 7th.
They were 7 this year. I have them battling for six or staying at 7.
Yeah, they could be one of those.
They could
They
be.
could be 6 or staying at 7. They could be 6 or
So
staying
my
at 7.
question is, who takes Utah's spot
They could be
for the
top.
6th seed?
They could be. I could see the Wolves being as high as 4.
So 4.
Who's taking Utah's spot? So we all think the Timberwolves gonna
Everybody,
take Utah's spot or the
no.
Clippers?
No, I just
What
say
spot
everybody.
I mean the
Everybody
Timberwolves.
slides up. No, everybody slides up 1. Utah drops and everybody slides up 1.
So
You mean just as far as regular season seeding?
Yeah, bro. Like everybody drops
So
and
the
Utah
Jazz.
slides up.
So Denver goes to 5, and then Minnesota will go to 6.
This is what I'm saying. I have them. Bro. Even
You
if they
slide
have
everybody over.
even if this year they have like some kind of amazing year, bro. Like Cousin said, I have them like 5, the most.
they gonna-
If they just have a good
yeah,
year, I have
right.
So what do the
5.
Clippers fit into this? What do
Wait, who we
Clippers fit
talking?
into
Hold on, y'all. Who we talking about?
They talking about the Timberwolves
Oh
and
yeah,
their seeding.
I think they could be as high as
4. He said 4.
4. Yeah.
He said 4. I say 5. Because I don't know exactly how that big man tandem gonna work, but 5, 4, like 4 is not fucking wild, but like 5, 4, they could do like I think if the season goes right, yeah, 4, 5. But if the season goes like how some people think it's gonna go, like it's touch and go, they're gonna win some games, lose some, they could be 6 or 7.
So my question is, where do the Clippers fit in this equation?
Oh,
Are they a top 6 seed?
The Wiz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
So what are your 6 teams?
Clips,
You got
Warriors.
Phoenix.
Nah, I got Warriors, Clips, Phoenix, Warriors, Clips, Phoenix, Dallas, Nuggets 5, and then at the 6 spot you could give me at the 6 spots. Give me LA. Give me LA at
Huh? Nigga, what?
I have to, I have to see how. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Even though last year they play like ass, bro. Braun is like, I'm not going like he's
How
still a
you?
top.
Huh?
He's still a like last season he wasn't a top 10 player, but like overall in the NBA he's
That's
a
your
top.
list. Your
So
list.
you don't think Phoenix gonna be top 6?
I just said that. I said Phoenix was there,
He don't think Memphis gonna be top 6.
bro. It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Cause you still, bro. That's what
Ooh,
I'm saying. It's
um,
hard, bro. Cause now we only gotta name 6, bro. So you still got Memphis, you got Phoenix, you got LA, you still got. I don't even think I said the Pelicans. That's already 4 teams right there
I
that I didn't even say.
they gonna be in the play in.
We just talking about regular season standings. So I'm gonna say Golden State is a lock top 6.
Yeah.
okay,
Phoenix is a lock top 6.
Yes,
okay,
Clippers is a lock top 6.
yes, that's
okay.
the
Denver is a lock top 6.
Yeah.
four,
Dallas lock top 6.
5.
I
Six spot.
don't think Dallas a lot.
I
Nah,
think Dallas is a lock with
Now,
Christian
now this,
Woods.
now this is what
Christian
starts getting
Woods, just
murky. This is when y'all murky
I'm
this
waters
is
just
out
what
talking
I'm
here.
about
saying.
regular, and I'm just talking about regular season seedings because I ain't even really been
Mhm.
thinking about seeding. I've been thinking about just championship. I would give that to Minnesota. Honestly, yeah.
See?
Wow. So
Yeah.
y'all
Y'all
okay.
don't
I
think
think it's
Memphis gonna
debatable.
be
I,
up
I
there?
think after that 5, it's a new tier start, and it could not be. It could be Memphis. It could be a few other teams. But if I'm just thinking regular season, yeah, because I think Minnesota they're gonna have a top. They might have the best defense in the league over the course of the regular season. They might,
They
and
might.
off and offensively, they just had a top 10 offense, so they gonna be. And I'm just talking regular season, just like they gonna be really good, like really good.
Now we talking
I
about
think they could peak as high as 4, and I'm damn near with what I just said. Like I could see them being even higher than that. Like I could see them being honestly, they ceiling just regular season seating. They could be. They have the potential to be. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that
He's
yet.
about to say something spicy.
I'm talking to myself into it too hard. They absolute peak. If everything go their way, they could be top 3 in the West. That's not crazy.
Ooh,
That's not crazy.
I don't know.
nah. That's not
I
that's
don't
not
think
crazy.
Shamari
But
about to go crazy because y'all
I
keep
don't
counting on her Grizzlies.
for top 6. I really don't.
I mean, Ja coming off a injury.
Hmm.
Triple J not gonna be there in the beginning, and I could see them being like I could see them taking a step back. Just generally, I think it's just going to be more teams that get up for them this year. And I'm not discounting what they did, but this year I think they did what the Hawks and the Knicks did in 21. I think they was just sneaking up on a lot of teams. Like, oh, okay, especially when Ja wasn't there. It was like, oh, okay, then Ja the whole like, and then they was winning. Then they win. Then they win. Like now I think more teams, whether Ja there or not, I think they really gonna be getting up for him. They're gonna show him more respect. They're gonna really get up for him, and it's not gonna be. I ain't saying it was easy, but I don't see them having as successful of a season.
I think otherwise.
Well, you got Memphis, Shamaria.
About that
number
5.
1, I got him at number
Oh,
1.
the Clippers number 1. That's a lot. I got the Clippers winning it all. I think Memphis.
Y'all got the Clippers being better than the Warriors.
Yeah, I
You
do.
said number 1.
Regular season, no, they could beat them in the playoffs. But regular season, no, they're gonna be doing a lot of chilling.
Yeah, they might.
That's why, like last night, I was just doing my Eastern Conference and Western Conference just power rankings, just based off winning a championship, not regular season seeding or nothing like that. And I got the Grizzlies 5 in the West, not regular season seeding, just chances of winning the championship. I got them 5. I think they right in the
Who?
in the, They in the second tier of the West with Denver and Dallas.
Who over them?
Denver, Dallas,
So,
Golden State, and the Clippers
Okay.
yo, cousins, when you gonna be off again? Cause I got an idea for a show.
tomorrow and Tuesday.
Alright.
What
Okay.
y'all got for the
And
East?
again, things could. Well, no, I think free agency pretty. Yeah, I don't even gotta. The only thing free agency wise, I'm really thinking about, and that's why I'm always saying as currently constructed, because if something happened with KD and he ended up moving to the West or even another team in the East, but right now as it stands, as we speaking, yeah, I would say Memphis is 5.
Donovan
I think
Mitchell.
Dallas and Denver got a better chance of beating them because they just got
I think Denver do. I don't think Dallas do.
they best players is just better. And then Golden State and the Clippers, they like legit contenders, like legit.
Yeah.
I think the Clippers, not the Clippers, the Mavericks and Nuggets are kind of similar. I don't think
Yeah.
there's much difference.
I think Denver, like talent wise, just looking at their roster, I think Denver roster arguably just clear, just based off talent. But the fact that some of them is coming off injury, and yeah, some of them coming off injury, and they got to implement a few new pieces. I think they road to getting there is could potentially be a little rockier, a little. That's why. But I think like if they both just jail, if the Denver just jail and peak out, I think they're just
Mhm.
better than Dallas. Just talent wise, like just off sheer talent, I just think they're better. Like Jamal Murray playing how he normally play. He just cleared everybody on Dallas outside of Luca. Like
Mm-hmm.
MPJ would be Dallas' best shooter off rip. Fucking KCP would probably be you could debate him and Dinwiddie. I think he a better defender, so I think he probably just more valuable overall than Dinwiddie. Off rip, like Bruce Brown would be a heavy rotation player for Dallas. Like I just think, yeah, just sheer talent wise, like it's just
Still got bones. Still got bones.
yeah, like bone, yeah. I just think just straight up roster sheer talent. I think Denver clear. They just got a little like Dallas already jailed. They brought in JaVale, they brought in Christian. I don't think them gonna be rocky additions at all. That's just like plug and play. So that's why I would put them in the same tier as far as like power ranking wise.
What about the East? The playing for them and seeding.
Cleveland.
I'm a,
Cleveland.
the big fucking monkey wrench in the big monkey wrench and
Yo,
everything is
don't answer that, cousins. Don't answer that. Don't
The
yo, don't
Knicks.
answer
It's
that. That's
Brooklyn.
that's for the next show. That's for the next show.
Don't answer that. It's crazy.
none of
Don't
it.
answer that. We gonna
You and say it's about
nah
the
don't
next
I'm
year.
because
All right, we're gonna change the
we
topic
gonna
because
do a
we don't want
power
to talk
ranking
about it.
The Knicks.
They mid.
because I'm
Shamari,
trying to
mute
do
up.
I want to do a power ranking show. We just do
Des-
straight power rankings, players, teams, East, West, shit like that.
Desmond Bain.
Cool.
Oh my God,
I was
Hun, Desmond Bain
you
shit
just
is
threw his name out.
crazy. Yo, can y'all stop talking about James Wiseman? Like, I don't understand what he's supposed to do.
Oh my god.
Don't do James Wiseman.
He's
They was
done.
talking about.
Y'all can hop
What
on.
do you mean don't do him? He's done.
And what plays y'all think gonna have a breakout season?
I already said my person.
Desmond Bain, here you go.
I think Peyton
Um
Girl gonna fit hella good over there.
Who?
The rookie for
Who
Houston.
the hell's that?
Nigga, you know who he is. Don't do that.
I think I'm gonna be a homer and I'm gonna say Darius Garland take another step.
Okay.
I think he get up to like 23, maybe 24 points. And him and Trey Young starts to become a really, really serious argument.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. No matter serious argument.
Let me think. I mean, and this somebody I already think like the world of, but I think Tyrese Maxey could be even crazier this year just because all things being like, if we get a better Harden, which we more than likely will, we get a better Maxey, and that could be crazy. Like he averaged 18 and 19, 18 or 19 this year. I think 18 or 19 this year without Harden for half the season, and he was better when Harden got there. And that was like a slower, sluggish Harden. Like him and Harden just got a connection, and Harden, like he just loved him. So I could see Maxey being like even more dangerous especially if Harden is better. Like if Harden he don't got to go back to Houston Harden, but if he be closer to the Harden we seen in like Brooklyn, the first run that year before he tore the hamstring, whatever, I could see Maxey he just crazy. I love Maxey. He's just his first step and his acceleration. He don't hesitate. He just go like I'll fuck with Maxey the long way.
Oh, he better than James Harden. He the second best player.
No comment. All I'm gonna say is I know which one I would want on my team. And
One was the friend of Shake Middleton, right?
jeez, yeah. James Harden is just despicable. He's just a despicable person, man. I don't understand how he about to get into this. He's just bad.
Man, Josh Giddey's on notice. Y'all better watch out.
Mm.
And Chat winning Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I heard it here
Oh,
first.
that's a bench hero. We can get it up.
This the only thing I'm gonna say about my power rankings. I had in the East, I got Orlando, the very bottom, 15. And then in the West, I got the Spurs.
Where you got Houston?
In that bottom, the lowest tier of the West.
If they come out and end up being team in the league, I mean,
Yeah, both them teams gonna be ass. I can't think of any two worst teams.
I think the Spurs is guaranteed like bottom worst record in the league.
if
Yeah, they about to tank.
Like 16 wins. Like they about to be.
They just hella inexperienced.
They about to be bad.
They tanking to get that Victor kid. I already know what they doing.
Hey man,
They smart.
I don't like that. I don't like tanking. I
Hey,
don't
listen. Sometimes you gotta go.
I don't like it. I don't like introducing losing into your culture like it's a good thing. I don't like that. I think that's one of Philly's problems right now. With several problems they got, I think that was part of it. Like when they was trying to make they push, like you can't make losing a part of your game plan for X amount of years and then expect everybody to turn around. Like losing should suck. It should feel shitty. It should hurt. Like losing, I just don't like the idea of that being part of your plan. For a season, if you like being realistic, yeah, sometimes all right, man, we about to blow all this shit up. Next year gonna be ass. That's part of the game. That's cool. If you want to do what year was that? 97 Spurs. D-Rob go down. They said, fuck it. We don't care about nothing. I understand that. That's cool. But for like 5 or 6 years, you just say, yo, we about to be some losing motherfuckers. Watch this. That's not you want that in your culture? Like losing is bad. Losing sucks. Losing hurts. And then you just groomed Joel Embiid in a culture where losing was okay. Don't worry about us losing. Don't worry about that. It's okay. Like that's I don't like that. I don't like that. For a season, it's cool. And in general, if you're just a rebuilding team, like the Rockets right now ain't tanking. They just a real young team who trying to mature. That's they don't want to suck, but they already know, like, bro, we about to suck for a little bit while they grow up. But that probably, and I don't even know how I ended up going on this anti-Philly rant, but the
Me.
the process, bro, just intent, like, no, it's cool, man, we losing, but don't worry about it, it's cool. Like, that is terrible. How you live with yourself?
Easy. You sleep like a baby and don't think about it.
I just clearly, because Jesus Christ, like, no, because now, and I'm not saying that Embiid is okay with losing or he don't care or whatever, but I don't think it's a coincidence that you draft Embiid in the middle of that period of time where losing is okay and everybody's being coddled and it's all a part of the process. And now when you're trying to turn the corner and you're making significant moves to try to get yourself to a certain point and perpetually in these pressure situations, he don't look like the guy, or he look like he's shrinking in the moment, or he don't feel as dependable as X player or Y player, even though he might be as more rawly talented than them. I don't think that's a coincidence. Like you raised them in a culture of losers.
Right.
So it's even if he might not naturally be a loser, or he might not be okay with, like, I don't think it's a coincidence that like a lot of people feel like, oh, he too jokey, or he don't take it
Mm.
seriously, or he like it's, so that's not a coincidence. He was in his NBA like youth, he was raised with, don't worry about the losing, don't worry about it, it's not that bad, it's not that deep. So now in his big pressure situations and he motherfuckers really looking at him like, bro, we need you, and he don't know what to do. That ain't random. You get raised around fucking your mother, your mother, your father, your grandma, your grandpa, your auntie, your uncle. Don't nobody know how to manage money. And then when you 19, you know what I'm saying, got $70,000 in credit card debt and a car
Mm.
payment you can afford. That ain't a coincidence. You was raised not knowing what the fuck to do with money. So now as an adult, of course you know, I can't magically be like, yeah, your budget gonna be perfect.
Right.
Ain't nobody sure. Yeah, shout out to the Sixers, man.
Nasty takes. I know the vibes. I know how we end the show.
Mm.
My takes don't be nasty.
And that's
I don't have any.
Shamaria. You was full of them. You the nasty take factory.
I try not to have nasty takes, but the shit just be happening.
Houston be.
Cause you know you always gonna be Mr. Objective. I don't have
Don't
time
say
for
that.
that.
We trying, and then people be saying like, "That's a bad take, bro."
Houston gonna be a top 10 team in the West.
So you saying they're making the play in?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nasty. See, there she go. There she go.
She
but
don't
they
even.
cannot get out obviously because they hella inexperienced.
You know, Shamaria, the troll goddess, man. She don't even believe that. She don't believe that.
If it do happen though, I swear to God, remember this.
You don't get credit for troll takes
Wait, why? Because
because it's a
nobody.
troll take. You don't even believe it,
Okay.
Shamari. You don't believe that
Okay.
in real life reality. You don't believe that.
Right.
He said in real
I
life
don't. I can't
reality.
think of that though.
Talk about Memphis. They always nasty when we got takes about Memphis.
Nasty take Memphis in the play in, man.
That ain't no nasty take. I said Memphis making the Western Conference Finals. I don't even think that's nasty.
They in the play in. No,
They,
they ain't. They ain't. I bet we can make a bet right now. They don't make the conference finals.
I think they can.
Y'all think they are? Y'all think
If
Memphis that
Oh,
good to make? I don't know.
what we bet, Shamari?
we could bet $15.
No, I just wanna. I just no. You got to change all of your social media profiles. If they don't make the conference finals, you got to put a picture of me on all of your social media profiles for two
Okay.
weeks. For 2 weeks, if they don't make the conference finals,
Okay. And if they do, you gotta.
what you
Okay.
want me to do?
What you said about me? That
Oh,
I was.
put a picture of you up.
Yep.
All right, it's a bet. It's a bet. They don't make the conference finals. I can't.
Bet.
Even though I got them in the same tier with Denver and Dallas, and I could like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have them in the same tier because I can't. It's really like it's on like they got to get smarter and
Yeah.
they got to get smarter. Like they don't beat the Warriors just off intellect. Like they just can't beat them. They don't beat the Clippers because they just don't got the talent. They don't beat the Nuggets. They don't beat the Mavericks. The other teams they could beat, but it's a few of them. Gun to my head, I could. It ain't crazy. If the Pelicans like fuck the Pelicans. If the Timberwolves max out, I could see them beating them. I wouldn't bet on it. I would still take Memphis, but I could see it happening.
Only, only
Yeah,
'cause-
Grizzlies in the play in.
Mhm.
That's my nasty take. I don't know
Jalen
how much,
Brown. Go ahead, cousins.
I was about to say I don't know how much I believe it.
Jalen Brown will be the second best shooting guard. It won't be no debate. It won't be close. It'll be a landslide, free slide, all the slides. It ain't gonna be close. It's gonna be
I don't think
PG Jalen Brown.
that's not
Wait,
a.
what you say, Josh? I blanked out.
Jalen Brown is gonna be the second best shooting guard in the league, right after Paul George. It ain't gonna be close. It's gonna be a mudslide, landslide, all the slides, super slide.
Mm.
He gonna be better than Booker, Spider, all them Zach Levine.
Oh, Spider could have a breakout year. I feel like.
Spiders could have a what? Shamari, say that one more again.
Spider Pass breakout years. He got to do like he got to kick it up. He broke out in his rookie season. He got to. Oh, for real. Like we know
Bring that up.
Spider
Why
really
he gonna
good.
bring that up?
Yeah.
He passed having a breakout year. It's time for him to like. Yeah.
Mm.
The
Be
Jazz
honest.
can play in.
I doubt it.
I said they
With
could.
no
You don't
Rudy,
think they
Oh yeah,
can?
yeah, they
nah.
could.
With no Rudy, hell no.
The Clippers, Warriors, Nuggets, Mavs, Grizzlies, Suns, Pelicans, Timberwolves. That's 8 teams, right?
Yeah.
OKC gonna be better than them. If we be honest.
La- Lakers, Blazers. They could be better than one of them teams.
No, with no Rudy, I don't think
Their
so.
team not. You still got Spider. The rest of their team not bad. They just got 100,000 niggas from the Timberwolves.
Let me
Oh yeah.
see. My my thing is like as good as they are, I think Spider played a key role, but so did Rudy. So you take Rudy off, I don't defensively that team is gonna be
Yeah,
atrocious.
that's why they fall from being near the top of the conference and shit all the way to barely in the play-in. That's why I'm accounting for that. I'm just saying they could still be the 10th seed or ninth seed.
They could.
Because the teams is right there. It will be who I just say the Blazers. Dame coming off injury. They did make some good pickups, but they still ain't the overly talented team. And then the Lakers, shitty roster, injury prone people at the top. They could potentially win more games than both of them.
They could.
So yeah, they could still sneak into the play in, or everything could just click for them, and they end up being better than the Pelicans or
This roster is disgusting. I'm looking at.
the Jazz.
Yes.
That's not disgusting.
Okay, we got Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson, who's a sixth man, Bodon, a shooter. I think Malik Beasley could be really good because he's in Utah. Ain't nothing else for him to do but to play basketball. Same thing
Malik,
with Vanderbilt.
Malik is a good piece.
I think
Look,
Vanderbilt would be better. Then you
Oh,
got Patrick Beverly. And Patrick Beverly's Patrick Beverly. I don't know who they centers are. I don't know
they
neither one of
still,
these centers.
they still got Mike Conley. They just got Jared Vanderbilt. Let me look again.
I don't know what Nikhil Alexander Walker is gonna do.
Yeah, this is a roster that could make the play in for sure.
yeah.
Led by Donovan Mitchell, we're gonna see.
Spider Clarkson, Conley, Beverly. That's a pretty good assortment of guards. Like it ain't a lot of teams that got that amount of like
Mhm.
good guard play like them. You still got Bogey. You got Jared
Mhm.
Vanderbilt.
Mhm.
Rudy Gay still on that roster. He's still a decent player, decent veteran guy. That's the team that could make the play. Roster for roster. You could debate them or the Lakers. You could
Well, Lakers is top heavy.
exactly after the top two. Hey, and you know Russ my dude, but after the top two, it's
It's
like what it's like what
he about to have a bounce back season. It's okay. Watch him have this bounce back season.
I pray it happen because that's my guy. But after and even the top two, you don't even know how many games they're gonna play together.
Right.
You look at the Blazers roster, them and the Blazers roster ain't that far. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that far apart.
I think the Blazers got a little bit better pieces.
I would agree. I just wouldn't say that that's too far apart.
Yeah,
If the
they in the
Jazz be
same
better
tier.
than the Blazers, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, what happened? It would just be like, hey man, you know, maybe Spider really. I mean, and I did just say he can't have a breakout season, but maybe without the presence of Rudy, who we know they just didn't click and get along, especially after the COVID shit. Maybe maybe he just feel different. Maybe he happier. He play a little looser, and boom, he averaged 27 or 28, which he got the
This
ability to
Ross,
do.
this Ross reminds me of OKC when Chris Paul got there.
And that wasn't a bad roster, you know.
We're gonna see what Spider do. I think Spider scoring gonna have to go up.
It should, and he got the ability to do it. So I wouldn't be, despite the average 27, 28 this year, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because
I
he
think he's
probably
gonna have to.
more than likely will have a lot more of a green light this year. And people was calling him a Chuck when Rudy was there, when he really was playing within the offense. So whoever don't even remember who their coach is now. If they coach say, "Hey man, fuck it, it's all on you," yeah,
Will Hardy is their coach, whoever the hell that is.
Right.
he come from the Spurs coaching tree, and he coached with the Celtics last year. So yeah,
Mm.
he got some. He got a little bit of pedigree.
I don't even think they're gonna be better than OKC. I don't.
You are OKC homer.
I think OKC could have a better record than Utah.
I don't see it. They still just too young at this
Like,
point. I don't know. OKC, Sam Presti. It's like okay, you got a good collection of young guys, right? In a minute, Shea ain't gonna be no young guy no more. But you got a good collection of young guys. Like at some point of the 100 billion like draft picks you got to start cashing some of them in for veterans, like real, like for you to make a real push.
Right.
You're gonna
they
have
don't
to.
they don't believe in veterans.
They don't believe in winning then because you need veterans to win. You need balance. You can't just keep bringing in like have a team full of puppies and think you really about to do something. It don't work like that.
I
It's
think they waiting for the right disgruntled star to go get.
it's disgruntled stars every other day.
But the right one, like I don't think there's
You're
certain
right.
players that
Kevin
put them
Durant
like
is currently a disgruntled star. So if
but
you
I
can't
don't think KD is somebody who's gonna put him over the top if you put him on his roster.
we
Personally,
ain't even talking about over the top as far as winning the championship. I'm saying as far as going from you being a lottery team to you being somewhere formidable. They got
I
100.
think
They got Brooklyn future in their hands right now. Here's 12 draft picks over the next 10 years. May I please have Mr. Durant?
but I think you should get like for them, I think somebody like a Jalen Brown, a D Book, somebody of that caliber
Them
is
dudes ain't gonna
critical.
be available. You
And
can't say disgruntled star. And then when I bring up Kevin Durant, you say,
I don't
"Yeah,
want
he ain't
KD. I just don't want. I don't want the Slytherin. He can go to hell.
I
Why
feel,
we
No,
want him?
I feel you.
no, he's not.
He's
I'm
perfect
like
though.
with Sam Presti. This is what he does. Then he gets these veteran guys like Al Horford. Then he flips them. So they'll be their first season, rejuvenate their career, and then he flips them.
Yeah, he got to stop. He got to stop doing that.
Like they got Derek Favors on the roster. Like that's the veteran, the only one, and Mike Muscula, whatever his name is.
That's how you know when they ready to. When they ready is when they start cashing in these draft picks for vets. That's it. Because a team full of puppies ain't going. Is like Memphis stumbled upon that.
What you
What
mean?
they got now, like they that normally don't happen. And even then, like Valanciunas was there. Now Steven Adams there. They, I'm blanking out on somebody. Somebody else they had.
Memphis about to be OKC
We
2.0
had
when they
and
had Kevin Durant, Westbrook, and all them.
Kyle Anderson last
Oh yeah, Kyle Anderson. Yeah,
year. He left us.
that's actually a pretty good comparison. Nah, yeah, it's a pretty good comparison. I don't think Ja fucking with KD at that time, but yeah, as far as their construction and shit, yeah.
Now Memphis problems gonna come when niggas want to get paid. That's what
We
their
ain't
problems gonna
gonna,
come.
oh, we not gonna speak that into existence.
Yeah, cause niggas are not gonna take pay cuts in y'all small market.
And I said the only person that's probably gonna have that issue is Jaren Jackson.
Shamari, you don't want to hear it, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's the only person
That's
that's probably
part of all of them
we
gonna
gonna
want to
start
pay.
when we start winning them chips. Their mouths gonna be closed.
Start winning them chips. When is this gonna
Yeah,
happen?
in 2 to 3 years.
Talking about some flaming hot or what you talking about?
No,
You talking,
nah. Oh, start winning them rings.
you talking about the sweet chili Doritos, the
No,
purple bag?
once we start winning them rings, they mouths
I
gonna.
don't. You guys are a good team, but I don't like a championship is far from y'all. That
He
aspiration is
said,
far.
"Ball like this." I feel like Memphis could win a ring in less than 3 years.
Anything could happen. I'm saying don't.
I think they could.
You going normally you gonna win a ring with a top 2 or 3 guy in the league. They don't
And
have
by
that.
the time Josh should be there, because Chris Paul gonna be too old. Kirby gonna be too old. KD gonna be too old. LeBron gonna be too old.
Yeah, and
So
they
But
gonna
she's
we'll be
he's
competing.
still not gonna be top two.
I'm not mad at that. But I don't think you gotta be as long as y'all top 5. I think we still and we
Nah,
hopefully we
what
keep the
cousin
same
said is right. You need
he
a
might
top
not get
2 or
there.
3
And
player.
winning the championship with your best player being a super athletic bouncy guard like that normally don't
y'all,
happen.
What does his
y'all gonna change his game.
Who can't shoot like that's
what
not
does
really.
history tell us?
Y'all got Ja over time has gotten better at shooting.
Yeah, he's
So I
better.
feel
He's
like
still not a good shooter though.
in the three in 3 years, Josh should be done had shooting down pat.
Down pack to what?
He shoot
To the
for
point
a
where
career. He's shooting
both
32% from
he can
three.
make like I trust him to shoot a 3. Right now, I don't trust like y'all gotta be dead smack wide open in order for me to trust him to knock a 3 out.
And most people live with that. Most teams will live with that.
That's
But
not
Josh
good.
has gotten better is my point.
He's gotten. I'm not disputing his improvement. I'm saying like the player that he is, the what's the word I'm looking for? What's the 2K? The build that he is, right? Not physically, but just like his play style and what he is physically. Historically, them not the guys who lead teams to championships. Like if you look at the players he get compared to, those aren't championship caliber first options. Russell Westbrook, Derrick
He
Rose.
goes.
Y'all gonna be the first to do it.
He could. He could. Anything could happen. I'm saying the odds are definitely against him. Definitely.
Yeah,
For the best player on the championship team being weak defender, super athletic guard who really can't shoot.
but
Jared
then
Jack.
like I'm saying, like all these good point guards that's ahead of him now gonna be old and out the
I'm
league.
talking about players because you can't just be the best. Like he could fuck around in one day, even in the next 2 or 3 years, be the best point guard, right? Still
Yeah,
in the range of players. One, his play type and what he is physically don't match with championship being the best player on the championship team, and two, it's still other players that just still might be better than him. Like Luka just still might just be better because Jason Tatum taking more steps still just might be better than him. Giannis is still alive. Like Jokic, Embiid, even though I think he got some mental deficiencies, if he can break that, Embiid will be probably top two. He'll fuck around and be the best at that point. Like it's people who's just more physically capable, could be more already more physically capable, and could be even better.
Trey Young will be better than him.
No, I don't think so.
That's debatable right now. Shit.
I'm trying to tell somebody that.
Right. No, I agree. Right now it's debatable. I mean, I'm still taking Josh. So, but if you choose Trey, I'm not gonna be mad.
Cade might be better than John in like 2 to 3 years.
No.
Josh Giddey's definitely gonna be better than Cade in 2 to 3 years.
No, K, yeah, that could definitely happen.
Kid, I thought you said KD.
No, I said Cade.
KD could still be better than him.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You not okay? So who's Shamaria? Who do you think can in 2 years? Who do you think will definitely still be better than Ja?
Luka, and Giannis.
That's it.
That's literally about it right now.
Yo, she skipped Luka. She said, "Forget Luka."
No, I said Luka and Giannis. That's it.
What about Jokic? He just disappeared off the planet or something? He just
I
don't
don't-
exist no more?
I don't know about Jokic.
Yo, Jokic and Luka are kind of the same player. It ain't really like much difference between those two. They're on the same tier.
I like that Luka or guard. They don't get me wrong, they both slow anyway. But Luka being a guard, that just takes the edge for me. So that's why I think he gonna be better in like the next couple of years. And then
Oh my god. They both like Shamaria, they both produce the same numbers. Like Jokic and Luka produce the same numbers.
here,
They both max out in the playoffs. Like I'm still not understanding the logic being used there. I'm just perplexed.
A sitter who say his knees ain't gonna be right in the next couple of years. His knees could be bad in the next couple of years.
Oh my god! Now you're wishing injury on him. Now this is crazy.
For Nikola because he tall.
I could say the same thing for Ja. Ja hasn't even played a full season.
But
He
I'm
misses
just saying,
games.
Nikola is tall, so it's like tall players have more knee problems than other players.
So in 2 to 3 years, he gonna get knee problems, huh?
I think with me, I think Ja game is gonna be done developed in those 3 years. I don't think he gonna be one of those players who rely mainly on his athleticism. I mean, it's hard to see. It's hard to say. I can see why it's hard for people to look at it like it's for a person to say like, I don't think Ja gonna be that athletic in the next couple of years. Right now because that's what he rely on. But I think Ja gonna be a better shooter. He should be a better passer and everything above. So he won't rely on his in the next 3 years to come. So he gonna be done developed other stuff and other attributes that's gonna make him the third best player in the league in the next 2 to 3 years.
You talking about a 2-time MVP, back-to-back MVP, who's only gonna get better. This is crazy to me.
Right now, I can see being like solidified better than Ja in the next 2 to 3 years. I think it get debatable with Embiid and Nikola in the next 2 to 3 years. Trey Young could be. I think it's debatable.
Nikola is just crazy to me. Like he's clearly like there's no regression in his game. A 2-time MVP. Like I'm not even his biggest fan.
That's
defending
star game either. That's my thing. But I mean, like I said, he just got to work on not being injury prone. But other than that, like I think he gonna know in his head that nigga, I can't rely on my athleticism for my career here on out. So let me get better at shooting a 3-ball better. Let me get better at making passes and stuff like that in the next 2 to 3 years.
But the things you expect Ja to get better at, Jokic already is better at.
But that's okay, good. So Jokic done peaked. So now from here on out, Nikola about to decrease. Ja gonna keep developing and going. Ja ain't even reached his peak yet.
This is crazy.
Nikola already reached his peak.
This is crazy.
And Nikola older than Ja anyway. I don't know how old Nikola is. Nikola, what, 25,
He's
26?
26. Same. Him and Giannis about the same age. Ain't Giannis like 26, 27?
Yeah.
I think I find it probably be debatable with Ja and Nikola.
I don't.
But Giannis and Luka, them solidified top two players that's gonna be better than Ja in them 3 years.
Jokic is gonna be able to play at a high level because he doesn't even have athleticism.
Forever.
So him and Luka gonna be playing at this high level for a while.
If you say so.
It's a fact.
If
Yeah.
you,
So what's gonna decrease, Shamaria? From he's not athletic, so what's decreasing from him?
You already said if he already not athletic and slow, and knock on wood, he tears something. Like he can't get slower.
Ja just gonna be done and worked on everything that he's just gonna be better.
And it's
Like
funny that you're saying that about Jokic and Jada one literally coming off a bone bruise injury.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Ja in his head, because this is the thing. This is the one thing I hate about Ja being an athletic player, because obviously when you that athletic, that's something that you mainly rely on. But over the years, everybody we done already said this. Ja has gotten better when it comes to shooting. That's a skill you gotta have in the NBA. I feel like if you're not athletic. So Ja knowing that okay, I'm already he done already missed a lot of games in just the 3 years he done played with injuries because he be doing shit that he shouldn't be doing. And you got the fact that Ja is getting better at the three ball. If Ja get better at assisting and getting better at shooting and take tone down, I ain't saying he gotta stop being athletic, but if he just tone that down and not rely on it as much as he do now, I think that's gonna be good because y'all gonna be getting better. On top of that, he'll still be athletic, not as athletic, but he'll still have the athleticism. Hopefully, he quicker. His defense probably will get better. Hopefully, and he also need to gain weight. So if y'all gain weight, then that's another bonus. But you got Jokic, who just I feel like he's gonna stay the same, but everybody else just gonna be getting better. If that makes sense. That probably don't make sense, but it makes sense in my head. So
Oh my God, not that argument.
this Nikola just gonna be staying the same, and Ja gonna be done got better. That's just
You
how
don't
I
like
see
him. Who's better, him or Joel Embiid?
it. Right now,
Yeah,
Nikola better, but who would I take? Joel Embiid.
there you go.
I
Why?
like
We got
I
him.
like Embiid.
Why would you take the worser player?
Dummy. I like that. I like that. And Nikola just too slow for me. I can't with the slowness of Nikola.
But it's
But
more.
Luka,
He's better.
He is, but I like the dominance of Embiid. I just
But,
like how
but Jokic is better.
that fierceness. I know that, but I'm
Is he
saying
really fierce
they
though?
still get it good. They both good players.
Is he really fierce though?
Yes, I like
he a
that.
warrior.
When it really matters the most, is he really fierce?
Probably not,
Do he
but
got that dog in him?
but I just like the dominance of Embiid.
Hey man, heard.
Yo, y'all are crazy.
I had this debate so many times. I don't got the heart for it. That's what y'all want, man. If that's what y'all want, that's all I can say.
Shamario crazy, yo. I swear.
It's in God's hands now,
That
man.
was probably my nasty take.
We gonna
If that's nasty,
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. This whole segment just been disgusting by you. Utterly disgusting.
y'all see me.
She said Giannis, Luca. That's really it. That's
That's it.
Oh, remember, Nicola is gonna go. He gonna decrease.
It's not that he gonna decrease. It's just that I feel like Ja just gonna be that much better than.
What do you mean? I don't.
How do you?
For what John needs to work on, he's already better at
But I'm saying, but
easily.
Ja gonna also have them other acts. Ja gonna be like Giannis. Besides the
Like
like
Giannis.
tallness and like the longness of Giannis, the athleticism is there. Giannis is a hella good passer. Giannis is dominant. Giannis is Ja defense never gonna compare to Giannis defense. But like Giannis done got better at shooting the ball. That's what I'm saying that Ja
Yeah,
gonna accept in a point guard form.
he
Ja
go,
gonna get better at shooting the ball. Ja gonna get better at passing. Ja gonna be at least okay on defense, and Ja gonna still have
Okay on
the
defense.
athleticism, but it's not gonna be something that he gonna have to rely on like he do now. Is what I'm saying.
he gonna be just like Giannis, except he gonna be like,
Then point guard, the point guard Giannis.
yeah, he's just gonna be like 7 inches shorter, like
Yeah.
80 pounds less. That's what's gonna make him not nowhere close.
Oh my gosh.
So Shamaria,
Like
out
if
of
I give you
Luka,
the perfect player, right, Shamar? If I give you the perfect player and he's 6'2", right, and got if I say he's 6'2" and got a 6'4" wingspan, but he perfect. If I take that same player and make him 6'7" with a 7 feet
He's
wingspan,
not
he's
perfect no more.
infinitely better. So
Yes.
it worked the opposite way. If I give you the best player in the world, and he's 7 feet, 7 feet wingspan, 280, and then I shrink him down to 6'4", 220 with a 6'5" wingspan, it's still a great player, but it's much worse. It's just
But he gonna be the second best point guard in the league by then, and a top three player. What I'm
other
saying,
people might be done popped out too. You just looking at the top. K, Jalen Green, goddamn Paolo,
yeah, like
Josh
Jalen Green.
Giddey,
Where Jalen Green is, he a good shooter, okay shooter. Uh,
but he gonna be even better.
Darius Garland,
I
still
agree
got
that that's
him.
better than Ja. Uh, athletic, he furious, not dominant. When I
Evan Mobley gonna be better than John 2 years.
no,
Evan
no,
Mobley. See, it's a lot of players, man. I don't know.
no, I disagree. But you can think that, but I just think Ja just gonna be done work on everything that he just man, he just gonna be that dude.
Welp, I think it's time to wrap it up, Mr. Joshua.
Yep.
Y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Apparently, y'all only show up when cousins show up. All y'all fake supporters in here. Think
Wow.
y'all slick. I see y'all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, as soon as y'all see cousins, I'm not entertaining enough for you niggas. What I tell you. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And if y'all want to see any of us, we're in Clubhouse. If you want to debate Samaria, the floor is yours. All right, y'all can have at it with her. We throwing her to the wolves. If you want to argue with cousins on Clubhouse, just I hope you got the mental capacity for it. We are no longer live, and we are out.